We've all been there, waking up with a desire to be different. You tell yourself, this time I'll be more disciplined. This time I'll stop procrastinating. This time I'll take action. Maybe you've watched some motivational videos, read a number of self-improvement books, or tried following advice from successful people you respect. Heck, you've probably set goals and made promises to yourself. But despite all of that, real change still feels out of reach. You find yourself stuck in the same patterns, repeating the same mistakes. You want transformation, but something is missing. Why is it so hard to change, even when you really want to? And why do some people seem to have a breakthrough moment that shifts their entire life? The answer is simple. You don't choose when transformation happens. It happens when the right thought meets the right moment. This is the click moment. If you're in the phase of your life where you need to identify your click moment, stick around until the end. What is the click moment? The click moment is that instant when everything suddenly makes sense and you know it's time to change. It is not just a thought, it's a deep, undeniable feeling. It's the moment when all your past experiences, frustrations, and lessons come together and something inside you shifts. Before this moment, change is just an idea. You want to change, but nothing truly sticks. After this moment, there's no going back. You become the person you've been trying to be. But why is it that motivation and discipline are not enough? You see, most people believe they can force change through motivation or discipline. But here's the truth. Motivation is temporary. You feel inspired after watching a great speech or reading a powerful book, but that feeling fades. Discipline is also important, but not the whole answer. You can push yourself to do things, but if your mindset hasn't truly shifted, you'll eventually fall back into old habits. Willpower alone is not enough. Trying to force yourself to change without addressing the deeper beliefs and emotions that cause you to repeat your bad habits will lead you to burnout. This is exactly the reason why millions of firstborn struggle with New Year resolutions. They start the year strong, but within weeks, for some just days, many fall back into their usual ways. The point to this reality is that real transformation is not about trying harder. It is more about waiting for the moment when something inside you shifts. So, what exactly triggers your click moment? The click moment is not something you can schedule or force, but it usually happens when these three things aligned. 1. Your frustration reaches its peak. You've tried and failed enough times that you are tired of your own excuses. You've hit rock bottom, or you've just done feeling stuck. This frustration boils up until you can't ignore it anymore. True, the right thought hits you at the right time. You hear or read something that finally makes sense to you. A conversation, book, or even a random comment shifts your perspective. Suddenly, you see your problem directly and everything clicks. 3. Emotion meets logic. Your heart and mind aligned. You don't just think you need to change, you feel it deeply that this is the time for you to change. It is no longer just an idea, it is a certainty you have that pushes you to take actions that initiate this change you want to experience. You realize that change is not an option anymore. It is now a necessity for you. Now, let's talk about 3 examples of click moments in real life. You see, this is not just a theory. Many successful people have experienced this exact moment before their lives changed forever. Example 1. A guy tries to get in shape for years. He buys workout programs, starts diet, and joins the gym multiple times, but nothing sticks. One day, he sees an old photo of himself looking strong and confident. At that moment, something inside him shifts. He feels the frustration of all his past failures, but instead of giving up, he decides, I am done making excuses. I will change now. From that day forward, he does not struggle to stay consistent. He does not need motivation. He just gets it done. True. A woman hates her job but stays because she's scared of failing if she starts her own business. She watches videos about entrepreneurship but she never takes action. One day, her boss humiliates her in a meeting. At that moment, all the frustration, self-doubt, and wasted years crash down on her. She knows she cannot stay another day in that job. That night, she starts building her business, and within months, she's finally free. 3. A man struggles with money his entire life. He spends recklessly, ignores budgeting, and lives his life paycheck to paycheck. One day, he watches his father break down in tears because he can't afford medical treatment. At that moment, everything changes. He now knows he can't keep living this way. From that day onwards, he starts learning about money, saving aggressively, and building wealth. Years later, he becomes financially free. Now you understand this. It is time to know why you cannot force your click moment. You cannot wake up and decide to have a click moment. It happens naturally when your experiences, your emotions, and thoughts align. But you can put yourself in a position where change is more likely to happen. Here's how. Keep learning. Expose yourself to new ideas every day. Read books, watch videos, and listen to people who inspire you. The right idea at the right time can trigger your moment. Reflect on your frustrations. Do not ignore what is making you unhappy. Pay attention to the things that frustrate you the most. They are often the key to your transformation. Be honest with yourself. Stop making excuses for why you have not changed yet. Ask yourself, if I don't change now, where will I be in 5 years? Sometimes, Facing the hard truth is what finally pushes you over the edge. Take small actions even if you are not ready. You don't need to wait for a click moment to start making changes. Small steps prepare your mind and body for when the real shift happens. Trust the process. If you feel like you've been trying to change for a long time with no results, don't get discouraged. Your click moment might be closer than you think. Now, you might ask, what happens after the click moment? You see, once the click moment happens, everything changes. You don't struggle to stay consistent. You just do the things you need to do. You stop looking for motivation. You feel driven from within. You don't fear failure. You know you'll succeed. It is not magic. It is not luck. It is the moment when your past struggles, your thoughts, and your emotions align, and suddenly you become the person you were meant to be. The point to all I have said here is that if you have been feeling stuck, if you have been feeling frustrated or lost, you might be closer to your breakthrough than you think. So keep learning. Keep pushing hard. Stay open to the moment when everything clicks. Because once it does, you will never look back. And if you're yet to, do well to like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel for more Firstborn related content. I will see you in the next one.